This week's episode of Diggnation is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer, Klondike, GoDaddy,
and hippie biscuits. When you want your hippie to do tricks. Come on, hips. Sit down. Good. Hip.
Here, hips.
Oh,
Hips.
good hips. Good hips.
Aw, hips.
Oh, shake.
Smoke.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
All right, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put ear in the title, and I don't want to do it. Diggnation.com. Hello there, welcome to Diggnation episode number 209. My name is Robert Kevin Rose.
And my name is Alexander Jennings Albrecht, and we are here to talk about the hottest user-submitted stories on the social news website, dig.com. That's DIGG.com.
http:// If they were technically to get to it, and they had an old browser that didn't resolve the new names,
yes,
they would have to include the HTTP.
Yes, when you're using Netscape 1.
Right. If you're out there using Netscape 1.0.
And you're trying to get from altavista.com to dig.com,
That's right.
Make sure to put in the hypertext transfer protocol nomenclature.
Nice.
Hey, I went to college.
You are a geek. All right.
We are enjoying ourselves some big boys, as they say. A couple ginormous... you know what I'm going to say? My favorite things, Chaws. My favorite thing about these Coors Light beers is the vented top.
I do enjoy the vented top as well.
It's so smooth. It's like drinking Puma juice. I don't know what that is.
And if you've never tried Puma, breathtaking.
They are endangered species, so please don't. Please don't.
Please drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. Only purely tagged and tamed pumas can be milked. That's horrible. I love it. So we're here in San Francisco, back from our crazy roller coaster ride in New Jerk.
I get to see the beer sponsors reviewing our episode, and they're like, well, they did refer to us as Puma Juice, but we like it.
You know, we like where they're going. Maybe we should be slaughtering pumas. You know, it's like what the kids do. Go to Africa and kill pumas.
That's right.
I love it.
Don't do that.
So yes, we are back from New York. We had a great time.
Thank you everyone for coming
time
out. That was an insane live show.
It's insane live show, insane shows. Since the live show, we just had a crazy time in New York. What, Prager missed his flight? I left at 12:30, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna be the responsible guy who goes to bed, and everybody was like, hey, we're New York party till 5. Yeah, crazy.
They stay up pretty late. Glenn, I can't even say what happened to Glenn.
Glenn,
come on now.
Glenn, let's just say I'm happy that you're here.
Oh no! I wasn't talking about that night. I was talking about the next night. So we went out we went out the night after the Diggnation. That was the crazy night for me.
That was a crazy night for me too. Although the Diggnation live shows, like, they're so, you just can't help but, it's so like mentally draining. You know what I mean? Because you're just like on for 2-3 hours.
You're just dead afterwards.
It's wiped.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I did have some good pizza. I love New York pizza.
Dude, New York pizza. What up, bro?
So, thank you to Coors Light. Also, check out their project, Cold Experiments, at CoorsLight.com/Project Cold. There's an experiment section where guys have created new ways to chill beer quickly. They also have Know Your Cold animations. They give you tips on how to get and keep your beer cold. They've got tips on packaging for a tailgater, fridge, and freezer fundamentals on creating an ice bath with your washing machine.
What?
That is just in time for your summer house party. I never thought about that. Because if you're having a party,
dude,
you always need like a big place to store your beer.
How would that be if you were like, oh yeah, come on in, there's a Coors Light in the washing machine?
So yeah, absolutely. I think that's pretty freaking awesome. At Coors Light, they have made beer their policy. All Coors Light cans now are cold activated.
I love
when
it.
the mountains turn white or blue, your beer is as cold as the Rockies, and our mountains are blue right now.
We got Blue Mountain.
So thank you to Coors for that.
Oh yeah, you can.
Excuse me.
It's starting to get a little less blue because it's open and I'm drinking, but it's still white/blue, so you know.
I'm going to turn my my little washing machine into a beer holder at the next house party I have.
That'd be awesome.
That is awesome.
That'd be super cool.
You've never had a
I have not had a house party.
So he went by next. He means first.
well,
and
I have a new
possibly
place,
only.
right? I've got this new place recently. Might as well have a little housewarming.
Dude, Heather and I have been talking about that for so long. Like, we want to throw like a big barbecue, just like invite everybody we know down in LA. Just come over and party.
Glenn, we can have a potluck.
Potlucks are good.
Glenn's a big fan of the potluck.
Oh, is he?
He brings pudding.
Do you bring pudding to the potluck?
Puma juice.
Puma juice.
Puma juice.
How great would that be if somebody showed up at a potluck with Puma juice? I was like, I heard you guys talking about how great it was, and I was like, I'm not the only one who likes Puma juice? This is amazing. I'll bring my Puma juice.
That's horrible.
It's horrible that those poor Pumas are being called Pumas.
All right.
All right, let's get to the first story, shall we?
First story of the day is something I'm very excited about. iPhone OS 3.0 is out. Update now. 1,236 people took this story, submitted by Mike G. Callahan. As expected, the update is out. You can click on check for update button next to your iPhone to get it updated.
All right, so interesting thing about this. One, I think it made my phone slower.
I think this is your imagination.
I don't know. It's been acting up ever since I did it. So copy and paste, amazing.
Copy and paste, amazing. Universal search,
Universal
awesome.
search is good.
What do you mean it's good? It's awesome.
It gives me the information so easily. It's
Yeah,
like,
but
why do I have to
do you check
search?
your email and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it makes it easy for me to just be like, oh, quick, boom, boom, one to the left, and then search and look through notes, look through email. It's a nice value.
Dude, I'm not saying it's not a great thing. I'm just saying that. So what are the other new features? Because I just installed this.
Okay, so let me show you a couple of them.
Okay.
One, go into your text messages, okay?
Okay.
Select a text message,
Okay.
and then you can click on edit in the upper right, okay?
Hold on.
Edit in the upper right.
Edit.
And then you can select one, and then click or two, and click forward. And it will let you to forward a text message.
That's new and that's awesome. Is that part of it?
If you shake it to undo anything.
Oh, okay.
I don't want my message. Preggers like I'm
Oh, yeah,
like.
what are you doing?
So
That's awesome. He's like,
I'm
oh,
like in the
what did you
middle of
guys talk
chatting
about?
with like a girl, and I'm like,
And you're like, hey. You're like, I don't think most of that's gonna be blurred out, right? What up?
what else do?
Dude, love that. Did not know that. So this is why I want to do this on the show because I think there's a lot of stuff.
Voice recorder.
Voice recorder's okay. That's cool. I mean, it was, I had downloaded one. And I know Heather's gonna love that. What
I'm
else?
trying to think of what else there is other than the copy and paste and there's not a ton of other
Sideways
things.
keyboard.
Being able to send a contact to someone I think is nice.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can go in there at the very bottom. You can say share contact now.
Oh, that's cool.
And then it'll send it via an email as a V card. Oh, the other thing I really like is the ability to send multiple photos to people now.
Oh, that's interesting. You can actually.
Photos, period.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you can always
No,
email.
MMS
isn't working.
It's not yet.
So, but look, check this out. Go into Photos, and you can go and click on this little button at the bottom here, and then it goes select, like just tapping them like that, and then it say share, and you can email multiple photos.
Cool. Okay. One of the other things that I liked that I saw was that on the voicemail and in the recent, it shows you where they called from. And then also, if you don't know the number, like if the number doesn't exist, it shows you the thing. Because I always hated that I had to go all the way back to like drill in to find out that it's from, where Northern California or Northern Los Angeles, or like every once in a while I get that random Massachusetts.
Right.
Good to know that that's from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I also like the ability when you're in your iPod on that, and you listen to music and you're at the gym, you can just shake the phone and it'll take you to a random news story. That's pretty awesome.
Wait, a random news story?
Not news story, a new song.
New song.
Yeah, so if you're sitting there and you're like that would be awesome if you're listening to your iPhone and all of a sudden you shake it and you're like, new news article.
You're like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize Big Bird was back in the news. I'm glad I'm working out right now.
You just shake it, it takes you to another song. I think that's cool.
Can you do tethering yet?
No.
Soon though, right? Oh, that's some of the other stuff that they updated. They updated the ability for the Bluetooth stereo headphones.
Yeah, okay.
So I heard that Bose is coming out, this is a rumor, but I'm sure it's true, because how can it not be?
Call it a rumor.
A noise-canceling headphones that are Bluetooth, wireless. So you just be able to turn them on, and then boom, have your little iPhone there. It'd be pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Like I like to run and stuff, but not having the dangling.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you wouldn't necessarily want noise canceling for running.
For data?
Yeah, you just run like this, and all of a sudden it's like, bam! I was honking at the guy. I don't know why he didn't hear me.
Yeah, plus you don't want to run with like big ass headphones on. But if they
Old
had,
school with like the big antenna coming up like
The
this.
little short ones, like they're pretty good, but I'd rather, if you don't have to have a wire hanging.
yeah, no, if you had, I think Nike's making some actually.
Dude, I'm down.
I just made that up.
You do data stuff on Bluetooth, so I can play you in chess
Yeah, that would be cool.
without
Games,
on
yeah.
the plane without having.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's gonna be huge
Or like
actually.
it gets into contact without having to.
Do it over
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. The new iPhone. Yeah, I didn't reserve one because I was like, is it really going to be that big of a difference? I was like, well, I'm going to upgrade to the. I'm going to go get them. What am I talking about?
Here's the theory I have, and I think that everyone should do this.
Okay.
If you buy it the second it comes out, they've got this kind of release cycle going on where like every 2 years, like they might come out with one in between.
I was just about to say,
the
I
big-
bought mine less than a year ago.
Yeah, but
go on.
the big changes are the ones you want like every couple of years, right?
Right.
So think of it this way: the 2 years ago they came out with the original iPhone, right?
Right.
Now they have the 3GS out, right? Mm-hmm. 2 years from now, they're gonna have some small iteration in between, bigger storage, slightly better camera, whatever, and then a big, huge update's gonna come out. I mean, I don't know this to be we have a very small history to go back and look at to say that this is the case, but
Yeah.
I'm assuming that this might be
Two
the case going forward.
releases.
But think of it this way: when you get on that cycle, because your
Yeah.
contract with AT&T is every 2 years, then when the next big iteration comes out in 2 years, you'll of course say, oh, it's a no-brainer for me to upgrade because it's going to be a really low price.
Yeah,
right?
well, so that's the big question, which is, how much is it going to cost you to buy the new iPhone?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure. I think I'm less than 2 years, so I think it's going to be like $300 or something like that.
So that's what it costs, $299 if it's less than 2 years?
They lowered the price recently. At first they were charging full price, which was like $499, but I think now they just said, okay, yeah, we'll give you the $299 price, something like that. You're using Bing, really?
Yeah, why?
You've moved.
Yeah, well, I want to give it. We talked about this on the show. I set it up
I didn't
as
know
my
you said
browser.
it was your default.
Yeah, so I could try it and see, because I always feel like I give these things like one search and then I'm like, oh, screw it. Well, I'll just use Google. So I actually wanted to like try to see if I can get myself into a situation and.
That's interesting. I'm going to set as my default right now too.
Yeah, because I feel like, dude, you got to give it more than 2 test searches. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and you just have to do more. It's pretty easy. But anyway, so 3GS.
Have you ever been
price.
bunged?
Bing bunged?
Bunged. That's like where you search for something on
search
Bing
yourself
and you get
bunged.
like you get crappy results. It's called bunged results.
Then no, I haven't been bunged.
I just didn't know if you'd been bunged yet.
I have not, which is good. Because I don't want to be bunged. That sounds horrible. Apple unveils new price cuts in Europe.
Here it is, Bing search by Microsoft. I'm going to add it as the Firefox default engine.
You should. Here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna check out on AT&T.
I actually, I like the idea of something. I'm tired of Google in a weird way.
Well, I think that's where the opportunity comes in for Bing right now, which is you get a little bit like, all right. I mean, okay, here we go. 3GS.
It seems like Google's been the same old search engine, and the idea of somebody actually building a rich search engine, like with like more content, more media around your results, more like interactive live. It's something's there. There's something
Also
to
got,
that.
like the Wolf from Alpha stuff coming out.
Yeah, it feels like there's somebody's going to make the next big jump in search engines.
Dude, it's going to cost you more than $299 because it's $299 with a 2-year contract and new activation. So that means it's going to be something big without it.
I have my my Apple fanboy card, and if I don't get the latest, I kind of lose that.
Oh, dude, bro, I'm buying one. I don't know if we misunderstood this. I'm just worried that it's going to be $1,000 for me to buy them rather than.
Would you consider yourself an Apple fanboy now?
No.
Okay.
I will consider myself an iPhone
iPhone.
fanboy. I will consider myself an iPhone fanboy. Definitely, most definitely. But I think to become a true Apple fanboy, you got to have an Apple computer. You got to really drink the sauce.
I drink.
You got to maybe have one of those
I put
Apple
the sauce
tattoos.
on my ribs.
You got to have that.
I drink the
that Apple
Kool-Aid.
sticker on the back of your hybrid. That's what you got to do to be really.
I do need an Apple sticker on my car, though. That's a good point.
I'm sort of surprised you don't have an Apple. You just keep buying new cars. I'm sure the first car you had like 2 years ago, 7 cars ago, had an Apple sticker on it.
Oh, do you like the pre and how they make it so it works on iTunes, so it acts like so they can take advantage of iTunes?
I like the pre. Getting my hands on a pre, I was very impressed. I think you really hit it right by saying it was a very, very, very good, solid first.
I have
effort.
some things to say about the Pre.
Hit it.
I've spent some time with it.
Yeah, loving time.
I've taken it easy with her.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, I think there's a couple things. One, the slide after using an iPhone for a long time, the slide-out keyboard and going back to that interface, it feels like a step backwards. Actually, I think that like
Interesting.
yeah, like when I can type super fast on the iPhone now, and it wasn't that way when it first started. When I first started using the iPhone, it was not that super. Oh, makes sense. This works. You know.
Yeah.
But here we're 2 years in. I've been using it to type notes
Which I
and
have to
emails and
say
everything every day.
is something that people have been saying about the sideways keyboard is that most people aren't using the sideways keyboard. Something people were screaming about in the first
Right.
generation because they've gotten accustomed to the non-sideways keyboard.
Right.
It's weird. It's like hard to do. But so
So
it
now when I
seemed like a
slide
step
it
back.
out, I'm just like, oh, this is kind of like it's tiny and it doesn't quite predict right, and it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? The form factor of the device felt great. Feels really solid in the hand.
I actually like that it was a little smaller.
The screen, yeah, it's a little bit smaller,
Yeah.
but the girthier, which
Yeah, but
doesn't
not
necessarily
as
a bad
thick.
thing. Right.
I mean, not like
Not super thick. One like a brick thick.
Yeah.
The screen was amazing. Yeah, it's at the office somewhere. I liked the apps. Obviously, that's where they're getting killed.
Yeah. Well,
They just need.
yeah.
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 It is the best. If you're on Sprint, it's the best phone, without a doubt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If
Just hands down.
there's no reason to not get it if you're on
But
Sprint.
it's going to take a couple more iterations before they're actually serious competition with Apple.
Yeah.
And by that time, who knows where Apple's going to be? You know what I mean?
Who knows, hippie? Who frickin' knows? Upgrade your phone. That's what it is. Oh, you have to log in to do that? Yeah, whatever. So it's going to cost you more than what you think.
Sucks.
And it's going to cost me more than what I think. Anyway, next story. Obama swats a fly like a boss during an interview. 5,214 people dug this story, submitted by Bad with Computer. Pretty impressive hand-eye coordination. I would have liked to see Reagan try that. So here's the prez. Getting interviewed.
Let me tell the fly to get out of here.
Oh! Literally like a ninja. Smack it a bang. Smack it a boss.
That was pretty impressive, wasn't it?
I love how he calls him. What he calls him?
What do you think, Gibbs?
Why calling him?
That is very good. It's on. It's right there, right there. You want to film that?
Oh, he said, "I got the sucker. I got the sucker."
And he was like, "You want to film that?" I love that he's like, I'm the president of the United States. You're gonna come buzz in my face?
Dude,
You know what's gonna happen?
It was a no-fly zone.
Oh,
That was one of the top 10 comments.
horrible.
That was pretty funny, right?
That was horrible. I love it. Yeah, but the really weird thing is, look, I appreciate what PETA does.
Oh, I
Hold on,
cannot.
I appreciate what PETA
I do
does.
too. Yes.
And I think for the most part, I can get behind their posters of naked women. I'm not a huge fan of fur. I mean, it's like, all right, but
Absolutely.
like, I'm not gonna go, stone an Eskimo because he's got to skin a seal to stay alive. I get that fur is, but, all right. PETA came out and denounced his killing of a fly.
Yeah.
I think maybe there's some crazy people that work there.
I think that when I think of PETA, I think they do a lot of good in that there's no reason why animals should ever be tortured.
Right.
And there's no
yes.
reason, I don't think that we need to necessarily go out and just slaughter beautiful animals just because we want to wear their clothes. I mean,
It's not like you're like, dude, this deer,
Ugly animals.
This deer was
Shit.
sleeping and he took his clothes off. I totally took his clothes. And now I have this nice deerskin coat. And this deer wakes
he
up.
wakes up and he's like, where the
What the
fuck's my clothes?
Holy shit, did I leave my skin on the thing again?
Dude.
Who stole my kidney?
No, that's not
love
what I
it.
meant. That's not
No,
what
I know what you mean.
But what I'm saying, no,
You can slaughter any kind of ugly animal and make a coat. If you want to look like a moron, do that.
What
But-
I'm saying is that there's a lot of good that comes out of PETA. Like,
Yes.
especially when it comes to not necessarily.
well, animals.
Well, the big thing I can think of is the treatment of animals, especially when you're talking about conditions that animals are put through when they are going to be slaughtered. Like
Yes.
having pigs and chickens in cages where they have to cut their beaks off because they're picking at each other, right?
Right.
It's stuff like that is just complete bullshit, and we need to do away with. Regardless of, I'm a meat eater. I do eat meat. I do enjoy the occasional steak every once in a while. But I don't want those
As
animals.
any person has a legal right to do.
Right. But I'm saying, like, I'm kind of in that weird camp where I try to eat vegetarian every once in a while for the most part. I eat a lot of fish.
Yep.
And but at the same time, I don't want to see animals mistreated.
No. However, the fly,
Right. The fly's retarded.
that was a little much. That was a little much. I
mean-
know, just think of the PETA board meeting where they're like, all right, well, we're going to shut down, we're trying to shut down the, like, slaughterhouse where they, you know, really mistreat bulls. And it's like, all right, yeah. And the guy's like, hey, did anybody see Obama kill a fly? Yeah. The fuck is that all about, right?
I know. They're like, is anybody else pissed off by that? And they're like,
It's like, wait, what? I don't know. I'm thinking about putting out a memo or something, right? I mean, what are we doing here, people?
and then you know some of the PETA people were like, no, that's just going
Jesus,
overboard.
Jim, settle
Yeah,
down.
I know. And then the
What
few
are you
others
doing?
were like, well, listen, he starts with flies, right?
Yeah.
And in a few more years, it's just going to
Pretty soon he's
if
gonna
we
be
don't put him in
killing his
check
dogs.
now.
It's all about starting crazy and then whittling it down to, all right, fine, we won't, do that. But how great! That would be. You know what I'd like to be? A fly on the wall. I did it.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I was reading about this technology that's coming out that they're building right now that is a laser. And
I am so excited to see how this ties in.
the laser.
I thought you were gonna go with robot fly, and I was like, maybe
No.
that's what it is. Maybe he thought it was like one of those spy flies.
No, listen, the laser goes out and it can sense the beating of the wings and the high pitch frequency that mosquitoes
Wait,
put off.
the laser actually senses
The laser
this?
has a little thing that senses this, and what it does is it aims, and it's like our anti-missile system, and zaps mosquitoes out of the air.
Is it a
And
shoulder mount?
it's not shoulder mounted. They put it in restaurants and whatnot.
What if I
And so,
walked out and I
hold
started
on.
going, zzz?
Hold on.
Oh!
Here's the deal.
I
Here's the
thought it was
deal.
a mosquito.
It's they're developing this because they want to put it in areas where malaria from mosquitoes is just rampant, right?
Right.
And so
What does PETA think about
what does
that?
PETA think about that?
Killing mosquitoes because they kill children.
Right. So where do you go there, PETA? We just blew a couple of PETA's minds.
Yeah. Actually, we just made PETA go, what the fuck are these guys all about?
Right, totally.
God forbid we kill anything on the thing, on the set.
Could you imagine they boycotted us?
Anti-citronella movement over there.
It's an anti-citronella movement. I love it.
So anyway,
Oh.
I thought it was funny.
Dude, it was hysterical. Are you kidding me?
It's cool to see a president, and I don't care what
here's
political
the
party
thing.
you're for.
Yeah, I was
it's
just about
fun
to
to
say.
see a president have fun and have
He
a sense
just
of humor.
seems chill.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he's just like, whatever, let's just fucking party at the White House.
I don't think he seems that chill, but
All right, well, maybe that was a little hippie of me, but maybe he's like, hey, I don't care. Fly comes in, I'm going to kill it.
I think that's awesome.
Yep.
All right.
All right, speaking of not awesome.
Your story.
Really. No?
Is it mine?
Yep.
Oh, yes. Here we go. Abercrombie.
What was that?
Abercrombie.
What was that?
Abercrombie.
What?
I got it right.
What?
Abercrombie.
No?
Abercrombie.
Abercrombie. I hate this. It's like if you turn the camera off, we were talking about this beforehand, right? I had no problem pronouncing it. I'm like, yeah, Abercrombie. That kind of did there, right?
Just say Fitch.
Okay, Fitch banishes girl with prosthetic arm to storeroom. Just in case their racism, sexism, and general awfulness hasn't been enough to turn you away from Abercrombie and Fitch,
good.
after these years, they have a glimpse of the inner workings of the horrible store. Mike
Crazy.
Ito submitted this with 4,207 digs. Here is the deal. Basically, is that her?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. She's cute.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
that's not what I meant.
I don't know what you meant.
So
So read on.
I can't read on. So basically, she was in the store, and they hired her, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you can
Did
work
you read
the
the
store."
story?
No, I didn't read the story.
Okay, let me recap that. Because I was like, basically, she was in the store, and they hired her, right?
Well, then she had
So
the
here's
look
the
they
deal.
wanted.
So here's the deal. She applied for a job, and in part of the application process, they take a picture of you to make sure that your style matches the natural American look is what they're looking for. And they actually have these like teams that'll go around and make sure that everybody looks the way that they want them to look. So what ended up happening was they allowed her to wear a cardigan. They said, you can wear a cardigan. Nobody else in Abercrombie Fitch is allowed to wear a cardigan, but you can wear a cardigan because you have a prosthetic arm. So she's working, and one of these like employees of Abercrombie & Fitch that go around and like check everybody's style and make sure that they're fitting in, went up to her and said, you're not allowed to wear a cardigan. And she was like, no. They made an exception. I can wear a cardigan. My manager said that I can wear a cardigan. They were like, no, you have to take the cardigan off. And she was like, no, I can't. So she took the cardigan off and had the prosthetic arm. The guy who was the style checker, naturally all-American, went to the back, and all of a sudden the manager came out and said, we need to take you off the floor right now. You need to go back into the storeroom, and we're going to have somebody replace you right now. And she was fired. All because she had a prosthetic arm.
Wow.
That to me seems like a company that nobody should be buying their fucking clothes. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Come on. How is that even legal?
It's
I
not.
mean, honestly, that's what
And
this
she's suing
chick
them.
should be. Is she suing them?
She's suing them.
Good. She should.
She's now
because-
suing the company, which, by the way, already paid $2.2 million to employees who felt as though the company was unfairly forcing them to buy Abercrombie clothes in 2003.
That's so crazy.
And it paid a $40 million settlement in 2004 after being accused of discriminatory employee practices. This is horrible.
I didn't realize how crappy this company was.
Bad reputation.
It's so weird because that to me was not out there. Like I'd see an Abercrombie store and I'd be like, oh, whatever. I mean, it's not my style. It's very sort of like, polo light. You know what I mean? But wow, that's really hardcore. And how you could be so public about it. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing I don't understand is why the manager didn't think, firing a one-armed girl may come back and haunt us. You know what I mean? Like, who didn't think this is a bad idea? That's like being, that's like all those Hooters waitresses that get a little chunky and they're like, yeah, you're fired because you're chunky. It's like,
I kind of, and I don't know that this is even a better company, but I like the fact that American Apparel and some of their ads, like the girls are not always like drop dead model gorgeous.
Well, that's
They're
the
just
other thing
kinda,
is
like,
that they-
funky gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I like that. I mean, there's nothing. This girl is obviously a very attractive girl.
yeah, she should go get a job at freaking American Apparel. They'd love to have her. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, why? I just don't get it. I don't get how. Do they think that that's going to turn off like customers? And like, if I was in a store and I was being helped by someone that had one arm, I wouldn't not shop there. Like, how is that a bad
Right.
thing?
Yeah, right. You're like, anyway, where's this? Oh, you have one arm. I'm just gonna go next door to Nordstrom's and get that sweatshirt. Like what?
Right. It's such
How
a
is it-
weird.
it's
like,
so stupid.
what logic are they determining?
know.
Like, oh, we need. I don't know.
Like crazy. Whatever. We're not shopping there. Anyway, good luck and get some money because you deserve it.
Totally.
All right, next story. I was stealing your images and you took them down. WTF? 3,700 people and 12. Doug, the story submitted by Rub Paint. Some people just shouldn't start businesses because this approach sure as hell won't work. So this guy had images on his Flickr account, realized that a site was using them, direct linking to them.
Hot linking.
Thank you. Hot linking them. It sounds so sexy. Was hot linking them. And so they took them down. They were like, forget it, I'm going to take these down, right? All of a sudden, they got this email. Images on your site. Hello. I must say I'm quite upset. I've been using images from your website on my website for a long time now, and suddenly they are gone. And I am concerned. I am using my website to build up my business, which is not easy. And you changed the locations or deleted them or something. My concern is that if you do not upload the images again, I may have to contact my lawyers, as I am using these images for purposes of advertising, and this sudden change without warning means I have to find where you have moved them to and get them working again. Why would you do such a thing? I am an honest businessman. A small business like mine never gets respect. I hope you realize it took me a long time to find your images and linked. Now I have to find your images again. Please put them back right away. I don't think you want me to call my lawyer about this. Please contact me anytime. Sincerely, name blurred out.
Wow.
What freakazoid?
Listen,
What freak of nature thinks that they have any right to
someone
other
else's thing.
people's copyrighted information and the things that he says he is doing, which he's clearly saying to try to get him to go, oh, I didn't realize you were trying to make money off of my images without giving me any money.
dude, I've had to deal with some crazy crap during my time.
Really? Are
Oh,
people
dude.
just like,
Listen,
don't get it?
I've gotten emails from people requesting my permission to link to my website.
What?
Yes, they'll be like, I cannot. I would like your permission to link to my to link to your website. I cannot place this link until I get your permission. And they quote like different statutes and stuff. And it's like, you got to just understand that there's a certain population of the public out there that
Yeah.
is really doesn't quite have all the train
Tracks
pieces.
rolling. I hear ya.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like
They're
there's this
called
kind of
crazy
like I don't know.
fuckers.
There's different ways to put it. Like a couple beers short of a 6-pack.
Yep.
Not enough
Not playing with
cars
the
on
full
the
deck.
train. Not playing the full deck.
Yep.
And some of these people are internet entrepreneurs, and they believe that when they find an image, it is theirs.
Boy, that's just
It's
not
like
right.
it's like kind of like you find something on the sidewalk
Dude,
and you're
it's
like,
like
that's
that thing,
mine.
that gold farming site that had your image as like Bill Johnson.
Oh yeah.
That was like, I love this gold farming. And you were like, everybody was like, that's Kevin Rose, and that's not his name, and he
there
doesn't
was
even play WoW. Like,
there
what
was
are
a
you
World
doing?
of Warcraft gold farming site. It's like, I got 30,000 gold. They're great. And it's like me like, yeah, totally. And like they're advertising like
Yeah.
all over the web. And I'm like, there I am, as I'm like popping up.
And they didn't even realize how stupid that makes them look. You know what I mean? Because now everybody's going, that's Kevin Rose, that's not his name, and he doesn't play WoW. There's no freaking way he's saying, you know what I mean? Like,
Maybe they did it on purpose, just for.
hey, I would. You know
Evil
what? We're
press.
talking about him right now, although none of us remember the URL. And don't try to remember.
I'm not
Free
giving a free plug.
advertising is bad.
It was
for them.
goldenfarm.com.
Gold Farm.
I'm just kidding. I wonder if that's
It was
something.
Bill Gold Farm.
Let's see if goldfarm.com is anything.
I'm sure it is.
You think so?
I would be shocked if it wasn't.
Oh, SEO page.
Nice.
All right.
Anywho, so if you're stealing images off the site, first off, you know what? Here's the thing. Here's a little tip. And I got this from videocopilot.net, which is a free plug because these guys are amazing for After Effects tutorials. If you go to Flickr and you do the advanced search, you go down here and do Creative Commons.
Right.
Only Creative Commons that I can use commercially.
Right.
And that I can adapt, multiply. So basically, this like brings only images that people are like, you can make as much money as you want on there, and boom, look at that.
That's cool. Another one that I use.
iStock Photo's great. Those guys are
it's great because they're cheap, and if you wanted to use it for images for just for web use,
Yep.
it's like normally like $5 to $10 or something, you know, for like a small low res image.
Yeah.
And then you have the rights to use it on the web. I mean,
Dude,
check
the other thing, I love the iStock Photo guys. I met them at a panel, a Business 2.0 panel I did. Great guys, great site. We use it for all the TRS stuff, uses iStock Photo. But also iStock Photo now has video. You can actually get HD video. You can buy these HD video stock photos. It costs you like $25 and you get them, boom, you can lay them into your shows.
That's awesome.
Great stuff.
Nice.
I'm waiting for somebody, I know there's a couple different sites that kind of do this, but I'm waiting for a really good stock music thing where you can purchase. There's a couple that try to do it, like PodSafe Music tried to do it, a couple different things, but I still haven't found that one service where bands can upload their music and allow people to pay $20, $15 to use that music in their podcasting and stuff like that.
Pump Audio, can you do that?
I don't know Pump Audio.
I think you can do that with them. Because they say that they always promote that they amass indie artists and then sell it out and then give money back. I just don't know how it works.
Isn't that a porn site?
You mean samples, though, right? Like just
No,
a loop.
No, the actual song.
The actual song.
I need music for film and television. Okay, maybe. Maybe it is Pump Audio. But I wonder how much it is. I mean, that's the thing with iStock Photo was because they're just basically a middleman, and they're pretty low rent middlemen. You can you should be putting up your pictures. You should be putting up your pictures. I should be putting. I mean, if there's no reason not to put up your pictures if you're like, I took a cool picture of a chair. Somebody needs a picture of a chair and is willing to give you $4.
And you put them up on where? On
iStock Photo. Look,
Photo.
See?
I
Hippies in.
should now that I got the 5D, huh? Because I'm taking some phenomenal pictures.
Dude, you got the 5D.
I did.
So,
Dude,
little
look at this
interesting
photo.
note.
What's the interesting note?
Um,
Took that out of a fish.
you took that off a fish.
Of a fish.
Oh, that's epic.
Dude, check that out.
What?
That was at the Academy of Sciences.
You hit that, huh?
You hit that?
Isn't
I
that
don't even know what
sweet?
that means.
It's really nice. That doesn't even look real.
I like
Yeah,
it.
that's crazy.
It's real, really real.
So, didn't really tell anybody, but we sort of ran a test this week on TRS, the Totally Rad Show. The intro to the Totally Rad Show, the first part of us standing up, doing our whole spiel of Welcome to the Totally Rad Show, all shot on a Mark II.
How'd you like it?
It's good. I mean, we can't shoot our whole show on a Mark II because of the 14-minute limit.
Unless you get a Firestore.
Yeah, but then it's like, if you're buying a Firestore, you might as well just buy a new video camera, which is what we're going to end up doing. Okay, not going to mention what's happening now. I'll show you later, I guess. But anyway, I wanted to show you the quality, but it's going to
It
take
looked pretty
us-
amazing.
Did it? I mean, it did.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at this. This is I put this on Vimeo. This is
Yeah.
a upside down. That's an upside down jellyfish. That's on Vimeo.
It's an upside-down jellyfish?
Yeah, I took that with the 5D.
Oh, that's awesome.
You've seen that, right, Glenn?
I have. The audience has.
Well, I have it on Vimeo. They can just throw it in.
Alright.
Cool.
Hold on. Wait, there you go.
So this is all 5D?
Once it starts playing again, yes. So this is all shot on on the 5D.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Why wouldn't it work?
I don't know. Ask Prager.
Prager, why wouldn't... There we go. Look. So that's all shot on
The compression
5D.
still doesn't look as good.
No, but that's all our Flash player
Right.
issues with compression. Oh yeah, I got a new studio. That's the new
That's
tier.
cool.
That's my garage. But anyway, so yeah, so we shot all this stuff on the 5D. When you download the HD version, it looks really, really crisp.
Nice.
But yeah, anyway.
Sweet.
So don't steal your images. Shall we do some sponsors?
Let's do it.
All right. GoDaddy, if you want to make an impact online, GoDaddy.com has what you need. .com names as low as $1.99. Plus, I was giving him some lead time on that. Plus, world-class hosting, fast, easy website building, and much, much more. Plus, enter the code DIG2 when you check out. Save an additional $5 off any order of $30 or more. Some restrictions apply. See site for details. Get your piece of the internet, GoDaddy.com. Also, check out revision3.com/GoDaddy for all the Diggnation GoDaddy deals and codes. Kevin, what's your favorite flavor of Klondike, and which would you like to have right
Heath,
now?
The bottom one, Prager, I want
Heath,
Heath
open
instead,
Heath.
please.
I'm just gonna bring them all over.
For those of you who attended and watched our New York City show, you saw that we did a new, thicker, better, more chocolatey shell Klondike bar. And if you don't know, they've got new flavors including Heath and Oreo.
What
Klondike
up?
has launched the KlondikeManCave.com, and it's a virtual man
could've- these
cave
would've
with
been
multiplayer
better
video
to
game
have
called Khaki Pants Pete
Oh, yeah.
over at KlondikeManCave.com. He's an old school, it's like an old school 8-bit style, like Nintendo, pre-Nintendo game.
Yeah, I love it.
right
I'm
out of the
excited. You're
80s.
going to try Heath?
I'm gonna try Heath.
I'm going to try Oreo.
The main character, Pete Powers, is dead set on getting his hand on a Klondike bar, of course. You can now try the thicker chocolatey shell, so much the players are invited to test his endurance and dedication by sending him through a series of hilarious and sexually challenging obstacles. Chapter 1 is now available online.
Bro,
Additional
Oreo
chapters.
FTW.
Hold on. I gotta finish this. Additional chapters will launch every couple weeks, and we're told they're getting ready to launch raunchier levels. So check back at regular intervals at KlondikeManCave.com. The game is also appearing on the Facebook page at Facebook.com/Klondike, and we're also gearing up for a roast the Prager on Facebook. If you haven't already checked out, befriend Pragerpedia on Facebook and add your best ribs. Then go to roast your friends. Sweet.
What do you think?
What kind is that?
Oreo, you want to try it? Mm-hmm. I'll try Heath.
Oh, dude, you're dropping it on the
Dude,
couch.
I'm sorry.
It's on your pants.
Don't be on the couch. Nice. Comparing?
Contrasting.
Disgusting sound.
Is it horrible? We should put a little background music so it doesn't sound so bad.
I'm gonna say I
Are we
like
just gonna sit here and
Oreo.
eat it the entire time? Glenn, did you try this?
I would like to try Heat. I'm not a big Oreo fan.
Heath is very caramel.
There you go.
That's awesome. That's all you want?
They're both amazing. Can you put these in the freezer?
Yeah.
My sister and my little niece is visiting. They're gonna eat the hell out of these.
I'm gonna eat the hard what?
All right. So thank you to Klondike for providing us with amazing treats. Tekzilla. Tekzilla feeds your tech hunter, Patrick Norton and Veronica Belmont. Bring your hands-on reviews of the latest gear, tips, and tricks that will improve your tech you already own and conversations about the most informative experts around. New episodes are out every Thursday, so make sure to check out Tekzilla.com. And if you don't know who Veronica Belmont is,
You'll find out by
You will be
watching
a fan.
Tekzilla.
she's
Bingo. I went ghost
one of the
hunting with her.
geekiest tech girls out there, and she's awesome. And so is Patrick Norton.
One of the geekiest tech girls out there.
Patrick Norton is not quite as attractive, but Prager, you're spilling heat all over my floor.
Dude,
Can you pick that up by chance? I just don't want chocolate melting into the floor. Thank you.
yeah, it's a good question.
All right.
All right, last story. What do you got?
Last story of the day. This one is a good one. Cat attacks Rottweiler with 1,017 digs submitted by LazyCat.
That's fun.
Okay, this is a badass. I love that. Anytime
The
that
Japanese.
watch this.
Holy
Wham!
Dude, that cat.
That cat's got some balls. Oh, kicked. PETA. Oh!
PETA, kicked PETA. I love it. First off, what is up with that cat?
That cat
is it a feral cat or
pissed.
something?
Why are the people trying to kick the cat? The cat's badass.
Because the cat came out of nowhere and attacked the
Look
poor
how scared
dog.
the dog
dog's like,
is.
I peed a little bit because the cat.
Dude, that's awesome. You know what? Finally, cats strike back. Let me
Well, first off, cat strike back what? The dog was just walking down the street and all of a sudden
Dude,
the cat was like,
listen.
you motherfucker.
They have to plan their attack carefully because look at how scared the dog is. Chicken ass dog. Dude, they have to.
Kevin, I didn't realize you're such a dog hater.
No, I'm just saying, dude. Like sometimes, cats have been getting the shit kicked out of them for years now.
Bro, cats sleep on a couch all day.
I'm just saying, every once in a while, it's nice to see them they plan and execute an assault like that.
All right.
They're smart like that.
No, I get it, dude. You like kitty terrorism. That's cool.
Kitty terrorism. All right, that's it. We're done.
All right, that's it. Emails.
Let me start the picture email. This one's too good.
All right.
Hey, Kevin and Alex. My name is Sam, and I'm a sophomore at Roseville High School.
Kevin Roosevelt High
I
School.
like that. I love the show, and I've been watching since episode 1. This year, I finally got a Diggnation t-shirt from my cousin, Alec.
Hey,
I
nice.
decided it would be a good idea to wear it in the school pictures and try to get the logo in the pictures. I managed to actually do it.
Oh my God.
Here's a picture. Keep up the good work and enjoy the beginning of summer, Sam. Check that out.
Awesome.
How kick-ass is that?
That is probably the best pic. Us and like, what are you doing? Don't worry about the power
Because
adapter
it will
phone.
go darker. There you go.
That is awesome.
Is that sweet?
Dude, that is badass. We literally have arrived. Some kid has Diggnation in his yearbook.
That's
you know what?
killer.
Here's the crazy thing. Let's just think about this for a second, because this is gonna blow your mind. And it just blew me in it a second ago. Just realize that in 25 years, that guy is gonna be with his family, and they're gonna be like, oh, you have your yearbooks, we should see what you look like. And he's gonna open it up, and there's gonna be him with a Diggnation shirt, and their kids are gonna go, what the F is Diggnation?
And they'll be like, oh, these guys, they were
They'd
cool
be
at
like,
first.
you should have seen it. It's still on right now, but
Yeah,
it's a
I know.
little weird.
It's weird.
It's a little odd now that there's 72.
They've got their walkers and shit, but
Hey, welcome to Diggnation. Oh, don't look at what happened. Oh, and
Hippie, pick that up, dude. You just dropped chocolate.
Hippie literally just dropped about this much, like this much of a Klondike bar on the ground and just went like this.
Picked it up
Grab
and ate it.
a whole thing. How his head has not exploded with coldness and pain. But seriously, dude, in 25 years, this guy's gonna, even 30, 45 years, this guy's gonna go back to his yearbook and go, oh yeah, Diggnation, this guy's rocked.
Let's hope so.
How crazy is that?
That is nuts.
At least one person 45 years from now will remember us.
Absolutely.
That's
no
all
doubt.
I needed.
Or they'll look it up on the internet.
I can go
Let's see
away
the T-shirt. All right.
Or the giggly flop, whatever they call the internet now. Next email, Star Wars lightsaber crystal clarification from Eli. Hey, Kevin and Alex, I just watched the latest Diggnation episode where you guys showed the Star Wars MMO trailer, and we're discussing the difference in the Jedi and Sith lightsaber colors. How it works is the crystal method that Alex said. The difference between the Jedi crystals and the Sith crystals is that Jedi crystals are naturally grown in various secret locations on many different planets across the Star Wars universe. The facilities grow different color crystals, and that gives the colors of the lightsabers. Not all Jedi have blue and green. The Sith don't have access to these mining facilities, so how they get their crystals is make synthetic crystals that give the Sith two specific advantages. One, they can make as many crystals as they want, but the crystals aren't as powerful as the natural Jedi crystals. Very excited. Two, the process requires to make the crystals allow the Sith to take their specific force powers, aka the ones that use anger and rage to channel those into the lightsaber, giving them the added power to the lightsaber, hence why they're red. I know it's confusing,
That's fascinating,
but to
actually.
take it from a Star Wars nerd who is insanely excited for the new MMO, as am I definitely plan on getting it, and so does my brother, who's already spent his money with World of Warcraft. So have I, and I'm super excited.
Is there any other pictures of this MMO?
It was, all right. The death story of all stories. So, as happy as I was to come to New York and do the Dignations that you just saw over the last couple weeks,
Right.
which was amazing, and I had a blast. I was at E3 in Los Angeles,
Right.
and had to leave 2 days early.
Right.
Okay. My buddies from TRS, Jeff and Dan, stayed. Well, I missed our one-on-one with BioWare talking about all of their games. And one of the things when they were wrapping up the conversation that they had mentioned, just sort of in passing to the guys that are working on this game, they went, you know, just so you know, I mean, we know we haven't really talked about the Star Wars game, but our co-host, who can't be here, he's in New York, is a huge Star Wars fan. He is super excited about this. This may be his most anticipated game coming out of E3. And they go, oh, do you guys want to play it?
Did they get to try it out? What'd they say?
Well, nobody knew that it was playable. These guys did not say that it was playable.
So they went and played it. How
They
was it?
actually didn't. They said, as much as we would like to play that game, we
Oh, that's
know
bullshit.
that if we
They're
go and
fucking
play
with
this,
you, dude.
No, because then they also said we also didn't have time, which I think is really the reason.
Right.
But how crazy is that I could have been there and actually played the freaking game.
Let me ask you a question. And this is going to sound so noob to you.
I'm so excited for noobness.
This is going to sound super, super noob.
Okay, Snoob, as they call it.
MMO,
Yes.
MMORPG,
Yes.
role-playing game,
Right.
massive multiplayer online.
Right.
Still don't know the differences. I understand an RPG, but what's just a standard MMO versus an RPG?
So the difference would be like saying anything that has like
Star Wars Galaxies was an RPG.
Right. World of Warcraft is an RPG.
Right. So give me an example of a standard MMO.
Well, I don't know if I'd say standard, but you could call Battlefield an MMO.
Wait, like
Anything that's massively multiplayer online game.
what's Battlefield? I've never played that.
It's like a first-person shooter, but there's like 64 people against 64 people.
Oh no!
So
is this going to be
anything-
like Quake?
Quake, I don't know if I would call that massively. I mean, basically what ended up happening was it used to be that you could do like 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 4-on-4, 8-on-8, started getting into like the, whoa, that's the most amount of people anybody would have anywhere. Then they went into, okay, well, what if it's way more than that? What if it's online, but 1,000 people could play, maybe across a different servers? What if 20,000 people played online? That's the whole thing. They started classifying those as massively multiplayer online games. And then it just became that the most sort of notable of the bunch were these massively multiplayer online role-playing games. And so people use the word MMO as sort of an abbreviation to MMORPG.
Did they say first-person shooter?
For Star Wars?
Yeah.
No, it's an MMORPG.
Oh, it is?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Oh, so it's going to be like World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but with Star Wars.
Oh, sweet. I'm excited for that now.
Dude, what?
So it's basically like the next version of Star Wars Galaxies.
Well, but we're hoping because BioWare. Did you ever play Knights of the Old Republic?
No, but I saw it being played.
Okay. So it's like Knights of the Old Republic, but massively multiplayer online version of Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay. Well, is that mean good?
Let's just say that means good.
Okay.
I love it. Dude, and let's just say the first MMO RPG, just to be clear, the first MMO RPG to be fully voice acted. You'll never read text in the game that isn't voice acted. So every quest giver, like you remember in WoW when you go up and you just see a list, like it was like a page and you just had to read it and hit accept?
Right.
And you're like, I don't even really read that. None of that. You go up to an NPC that has a quest, voice acted.
That's funny. That's cool.
That's big. I've been screaming about that since Star Wars Galaxies, where I was like,
I'm excited for a new MMORPG, to be honest, because every time I think about World of Warcraft, I think like, dude, there's dudes on there that's been playing this for 4 years, right? How am I ever gonna, like, if I'm gonna get into something, I'm gonna be in the top 10% of the game players, right? Because I'm gonna live and breathe that shit for a while.
I hear you, dude.
And to go and catch up with you guys now, with like, every time I talk to Alex or I see your tweets online, you're like, yeah, I just got my 5th character at level 75 or whatever, and I'm just like, who the fuck does that?
I'm just about to have my second level 80.
It's insane.
I have a lot of level 70s, level 60s.
How much can you sell those for?
Pretty good amount. I've seen they have gone as high as $1,000 for a character that's well geared. If it's well geared now if it's got a lot of Ulduar gear, I could probably sell my Hunter Bobins, which is interesting because maybe I will sell them because I don't really use them anymore. Once my Druid's up to level 80, which should be, I think tomorrow. Well, I'm just about to pop. No.
You're paying to have someone level you.
Not at all. Have
you ever paid to have someone level you?
No, not to have someone level me. I've paid for a lot of different things. Even back at Star Wars Galaxies, I'd pay for
Do you buy
shit.
gold?
Rarely. I'll buy gold like I got gold when my character went to 77, so I could buy, because it's 5,000 gold. It's like more gold than I've ever seen in my life to get the epic flying mount, and it's like, it's stupid. They're actually lowering a lot of that stuff.
for buying gold?
I mean, I guess theoretically, but there's so many people, it's not even worth it.
Anyway, that's it.
If you would like to have your email read or picture shown on the show, please feel free to send it to dignationfans@gmail.com.
Yes, that
is it for this week's edition of Diggnation. If you'd like to follow us up on Twitter, please feel free. We haven't done that in a long time.
I was just thinking that, actually.
Twitter.com/Alex Albrecht and Twitter.com/Kevin Rose.
I want to follow my T-Can. If you're into tea, /good tea.
/GlennMC and /DL Prager. That is it for this week's edition of Diggnation. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Kevin Rose. Until next time.
This is Insights from the Experts with technology tips for small businesses, brought to you by HP.
Well, it's really about being more energy conscious in your business.
What I've really found is that our job, as part of our business, our job is no longer to do our own PR. Our job is to get other people to do it for us.
I think there's 3 things you need. 1, you should get the smallest device that fits your profile. Second of all, internet connectivity is critical. Thirdly, have a way to access your applications and save them through the cloud.
ARG. ARG. Automatic, archive, redundant, restorable, generations, and happiness.
Okay.
The number one key to success, I think, for entrepreneurs is flexibility. If it's not working, dump it. If it's working, try to do more of it. If it ain't broke,
Don't fix it, right? Yeah.
I just break it.
Break it.
Break it.